This skull face, has been a prominent mascot of the metal scene since 1984 when Dave Mustaine first sketched it up. His name is Vic Rattlehead. Vic is short for victim, and Rattlehead refers to Dave's mom telling him if he continued to headbang like he did, he would rattle something loose up there. Vic's design started off as an idea for a tattoo that would never come to be, but was later adopted as the logo for Megadeth's first demo and first t-shirt. But did you know that every aspect of his design has a reason behind it? And the song, The Skull Beneath the Skin, it outlines the torture that went into creating Vic. Prepare the patient's scalp to peel away. Metal caps his ears, he'll hear not what to say. Solid steel visor riveted across his eyes, iron staples close his jaw so no one hears his cries. Now you're drawn and quartered, your bones will make the X. Symbol stands for poison, and it's chained to your head. And as we fold your arms to make the holy cross, we cross the crucifix, religion has been lost. The skull beneath the skin, the skull beneath the skin. His next appearance was on Megadeth's first full-length album, but unfortunately, not exactly the way Dave had envisioned. The crazy story behind this disastrous cover is told in part 2. Dave Mustaine put a lot of thought into creating Vic Rattlehead. That's why in 1985, when Megadeth's first full-length album, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good, was released, Vic was supposed to be front and center on the album. But upon receiving the first copies, Dave and the band were shocked by the image on the front cover. Dave's sketch was replaced with a poorly put together photograph made from Halloween decorations, tinfoil, and condiments. Needless to say, the band was not amused by the impromptu decision. Many stories exist as to why this happened, but the most common seems to be that the record label simply lost the original sketch and hired a cheap photographer to recreate the image. Fortunately, in 2002, upon a remastered re-release, the original image was given an upgrade and fulfilled Dave's original vision for the cover, nailing every very specific detail that we outlined in part 1 of this video. Korn, the name and the logo both generate curiosity. Since 1993, the band used this curiosity and their genre-bending style to draw in an audience. So what does the name mean? No, it's not short for Coroner in Kern County, and it has nothing to do with the children of the corn. It's actually an inside joke between the members of the band about a time when they overheard a gross story about a man and an incident resulting in a kernel of corn. Let your imagination do with that what you will. They faced some resistance from their band manager, Larry, who begged them not to go by Korn. They told him they were either going by Korn or they're going to go by Larry. He could decide. Well, after settling on Korn, they needed a logo to book shows, so Jonathan Davis grabbed a paper and a crayon and wrote down Korn with his left hand, attempting to resemble a child by misspelling it and flipping the R. That exact drawing went on to be the band's official logo. In their eyes, the music was more important than what they went by or what their logo looked like. They didn't care if they fit in, they just wanted to be themselves. They wanted to be Korn. Alex Reade's journey from Drown This City to joining Make Them Suffer is a tale of right time, right place. During the strict lockdown in Melbourne, Australia, Alex had an allowed travel radius of only 5 kilometers, which just so happened to put her in the same bubble as Nick McLernan, the guitarist of Make Them Suffer. A fan of the band, Alex took a chance and reached out to Nick. A simple jogging invite turned into a musical bond as they shared band stories and musical passions, and even joked about playing in the same band someday. After lockdown, their paths continued to cross, eventually leading to an unexpected twist. As fate would have it, when Alex's band ended, Nick's band was in need of a new keyboardist and second vocalist, prompting Nick's pivotal "we need to talk" moment when he invited her to join their band. After a short contemplation, Alex said yes, launching her into a whirlwind of learning, recording, filming, and touring. With her debut coinciding with the release of their new song, Doom Switch, Alex's nerves were high, but praise poured in from fans and bandmates alike. With the strength of their new lineup and with the success of their latest track, Ghost of Me, all signs are pointing to a bright future for Make Them Suffer. Did you know that Napalm Death holds a Guinness World Record? Now, if you're new to Napalm Death's music, by the end of this video, you can proudly say you've listened to at least one of their songs in its entirety. In fact, you already have. The song is called You Suffer, and it clocks in at only 1.316 seconds. It is officially the shortest song ever recorded. Want to hear it again? This lightning-fast song can be found on Napalm Death's debut album, Scum, which boasts a staggering 28 short songs, all packed into a mere 33 minutes. But You Suffer stands out from the pack. While it was originally conceived as a joke for small local shows, this track gained so much attention that it received its own music video, was covered by Opeth, and as you might have guessed, it landed Napalm Death a Guinness World Record. This is Tomas Lindberg, extreme vocalist for At the Gates. But of course, you already knew that, right? But did you know that he's also a social studies teacher in a school in Sweden, and he's been doing it for over 10 years? Originally, he started teaching as a side job between tours, but he found it to be extremely gratifying. Some days, it's hard, but every day is rewarding in some way. Because of his interest in politics and religion, he obtained his master's degree and used it to teach kids from 4th grade up to 9th grade. What do the students think? Well, they're aware of who he is and what he does. Most of them think it's cool, but aren't interested in heavy music. Teachers, on the other hand, are are usually more interested in his fame and ask to hear stories, but he generally downplays his experiences to help keep everything humble. I think it's really important to be humble. I think the teaching job helps me as well, to keep my feet on the ground and be in contact with real people on an everyday basis. I don't want to be in a band that tours all the time. You only meet people that love you and your music. I think you can become a very different person if you do that. It's truly inspiring to see that someone of Tomas's prestige can value helping others and set out to make a difference, both on stage and in the classroom.